back to the WB Wake Up Belize Morning Vibes, and your screen is going to just become a little bit more, appealing, more beautiful, because we now have straight up woman power in the house, and using the underscore the term power, kind of real power. We're talking about the power of change. I have novel developer, founder, owner Tanisha Vernon for Tuk Tuk Belize in the house. Also Belize Green Mobility, and she's joined by her operations manager Kalen, Middleton. Tuk Tuk Belize too. So that's straight woman power going on, you know. Tanisha, it's been a long time.
Yes, it's been quite a while, and
you're doing big things, girl.
we are trying.
My
you know,
goodness.
we definitely.
So let me tell the listeners and viewers how this happened. So I think it was on Monday, I spoke a bit about electric vehicles, saying, listen, we are here punishing at the pump. Like,
Right.
why are we not talking about electric vehicals? And you messaged me to say, hey, well, you know, we can, people seem for, especially up top, not here and not to read the leaves they say,
Yes.
not to check the situation and adjust. So
Yes.
of all, I never expect that it would be you, Tanisha, to say, oh hell yes, that's what we're talking about, electric vehicles. So tell me firstly about, of course I've seen the news stories with the Tuk Tuk Belize. How is that going?
It's going great. We 9 months since we've officially launched, and I must say that it has been surprisingly, meeting our goals, and we hope to exceed them more. But being a 9-month company, and the way that we're able to sustain ourselves, and not just through renewable energy but financially as well, I would say it's definitely has been growing and well favored by both local and international passengers.
How does it feel? Like, how did you see becoming CEO in your own company, now 2 companies, hiring people, and not only doing that, but going where nobody has gone before, like
Right.
utilizing green technology? Like, you're a trailblazer, Tanisha.
I'm still getting used to that thought, of it, but
Marvin, your daughter.
sky up, right? Yes, most, but it's crazy how people say they see a vision or they have vision and they go through different parts and places in your life. And for me, I knew that I wanted to go into the tourism industry, yes, but I also, being around the world, you hear, you see different things, and I wanted to bring a product that I know will not only help our country environmentally but economically as well. And so while we're here coming into introducing solar and EV powered vehicles through our tour company, we're more than just a tour company. We are here to push national energy security. Hence why I reached out to you that time, because you touched a topic that aligns perfectly with our goal and our direction and our campaign for energy independence.
Where did you get that passion and that vision that's where you wanted to go? What moment, when did it strike you that you would become like an advocate and a developer for green energy in Belize?
Well, many don't know I do have an environmental background. Kalen also have a national resource management background. So we are both, we
show the credentials, no play with me.
And I also have a paralegal degree, so the policies and all of that.
Forgive me, Tanisha. Forgive me.
No problem. People normally just know me and associate me with my boutique business, and that is fair enough, and fashion. Yes, but I over the pandemic we had a lot of downtime, and I knew that I wanted to pivot and do more in of what my passion is. Everything has a season, and for me the fashion season was ending, and pandemic teaches us that anything can happen, and how can we be more self-sufficient, and how can we be secure our longevity in this world, whether it be through agriculture, whether it be through ecotourism, whether it be through green mobility. And I've had a lot of time to research and just pay attention to the market. I read a lot of international news, you know, so I kind of foresee that we would end up in this situation a bit, but not to the drastic extent, but you know, there are always political war, and fuel is always the center and the controlling mechanism of the power between countries and, you know, their sustainability.
Okay.
And so...
yo, you preach. I love it. So, but I want to ask this because I got to bring in Kalen. Is it intentional that you have chosen a woman to be your manager? Are you also like representing for women being empowered?
Yes, it's very intentional. It's so intentional that I had basically paid Kalen months in advance just to reserve her when our product reached late.
Yes.
Kalen, nobody has done that for me ever. Talk to me. What's your experience?
So first of all, good morning. Thank you for having us. It's a pleasure to be here to talk about what the vision behind our company, Tuk Tuk Belize Storage Services and Belize Green Mobility is all about. To be honest, my experience so far, number one, I have to big up Miss Tanisha Vernon because my whole life I've always been environmentally centered and an advocate for the environment and its natural resources. And going to UB, I did biology, did natural resource management, and I was still having a hard time finding where or which company that I really fit in with. And I was actually approached by Miss Tanisha. I did my interview, and you know, everything kicked off from there. So, but I actually went to Jamaica for some time, and then she said, "Hold on, hold on." We signed the contract. I came back home. Our products, the Tuk Tuks, actually reached late, but she really believed in me so much that she was willing to take out of her pocket and pay me a salary until the company fully kickstart. So with all of that, I truly and I passionately have this duty to help this company strive and be really successful. And
what are some of the comments being made by those who use the product? The product. What are they saying? Does it make a difference to them that these vehicles are energy clean? They are green.
Yes, it 100% makes a difference. Okay. Especially with our international guests, being on different online platforms like Viter and TripAdvisor and those different booking platforms. The fact that our vehicles are solar and electric and sustainable immediately makes them want to book with us because they believe that going along with their tourism experience, they're also making a change in the world with picking something that is super eco-friendly as well as providing a great experience.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Yes. And to add to that, we have to show you our numbers in terms of we already have pre-bookings up to May of 2027.
Okay.
And so that's to show you the projection of how much popularity we're gaining on these booking platforms. When we started, we were at page number 29 on the options. Today, we are number 1, 2, 5, and 7.
Oh my.
On the top 10 option. If you type in and you said Belize City Tours, Tuk Tuk Belize Tours is the first option that comes up.
Are you going to expand to other places or?
Yes, so we definitely want to not only expand in the tour because the tour strategy will not work in every part of the district. And this is where the Belize Green Mobility comes in.
Okay.
And this is where I say that I want the other leaders and chairmen and mayors in the other district to extend the same opportunity that our Belize City Mayor had opened for us. Okay. You know, to give locals, villagers, the access to register, license, the same solar buses, tricycles. We have different form of vehicles
a little bit on
too.
That. Expand on that, yeah, because unpack that a bit. So,
yes.
So what do they need to enable to make this to work?
Right. So in order for me to push this national energy and the eco-friendly and green mobility initiative, I would need some villages or, you know, some of villages don't have mayors. They have village. So we need permission from them to allow their citizens to register and license that vehicle in their district.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right? So
like say for example, you are not able to register this vehicle in San Ignacio.
Right.
And you would need Mayor Trapp to
endorse it and said, okay, we've gone through all the environmental checks, we've reached all of the checklists that it requires for it to function. We also add additional safety features to our vehicle, so it's not, and this is why we're here today to educate NOS. It's not just a fancy bus or a tuk-tuk that you see for tourism and attraction.
Yeah.
This is very economical, low maintenance, and energy independent. It's so independent that the solar panels, we did not need it to charge our vehicles for 5 months in the wall because of the sun, the natural energy. We got that in Belize.
One reason why we had to charge them in or plug them in for the first time was because we were getting a lot of rains during the rainy season.
Yes.
So naturally it's cloudy, you don't get as much sun, and then that's when we had to plug them in. But keep in mind, 5 months straight we've been doing tours non-stop, and they've been running strictly on solar energy.
So to have this product in communities that, you know, not financially stable, there's not many gas stations around in a lot of these villages or community, we want to give the people an opportunity and equal access to this product. We're not here to selfishly keep our product to ourselves.
So let me understand clearly. So you are not only seeking for the opportunity to create employment and to expand your tours. You are envisioning making these vehicles available to these markets.
Yes.
And you would be selling them.
Yeah.
So for example, people who we know, one of the most arguably the busiest track for commuting in the country would be, say, between Sand Hill and Belize, where we have a bunch of people coming in the morning and they leave in the evening. Potentially you could have some people who decide, you know what, you can come down and you can have one of these and save yourself a lot of money.
Yes.
Because it's very expensive. The first caller this morning was telling me he's driving an 8-cylinder. Well, he is not going to drive a tuk-tuk because he says his electric vehicle will have to have power. He loves his 8-cylinder. But we have to get out of that 8-cylinder mindset. Because we're end up with we end up to lose a lot of money, and then we are energy vulnerable, especially with the global crisis that we have going on. Have you taken because you know that you have the Ministry of Local Government, which is responsible and should be, you have to engage with them. Have you done any of that? Have you taken this to central government, to any of the, have you gone to Belmopan, Tanisha?
Yes, and I don't really want to put anybody on the spot, but you know, we have good and bad experiences, and I won't say that not everyone has a branch easily to us, because I understand that the fear of the unknown and not having the understanding the product.
Do you think if it was a foreigner who came here and bought this, that there would be a different energy?
I will be truthful. Yes, I think we do have a bias in some sense when it comes to our local.
Who you think that you could be so significant in our matter like
right, but you know what? I don't take things personal, and I'm not a person that is easily distracted. When one door closes, I find another way around. And for us, we've been experiencing, you know, especially in the first 6 months, a lot of, you know, roadblocks. But we find diversion, we find ways and resources, and because we cannot, maybe the adults, they're not understanding the importance as yet. So hence why we came up with a national school campaign, where we take students from high school, from preschool all the way up to high school on educational tours around the city. Also explain the importance of conserving energy and the importance of the vehicle that they're using, and that one day this very same product might end up being the number one transportation. If you look at the situation in Cuba right now, all of these people that had electric vehicles, they're now adding solar panels on top of them to give additional, energy. Why are we not taking more advantage of the sun? I don't know why. Maybe, like you said, it's because of who is bringing the product or who is introducing. Maybe my influence is not big enough or my voice is not loud enough, but that will not deter us from pushing our agenda. And we've applied for different grants and different things to kind of push it forward, but we haven't got any reply as yet.
I can see now why when you heard me on Monday it was like, okay, let me hit this brother up, because that's what I wanted.
It's definitely, and I know that you represent the voice of many unheard.
Let me ask you this: both you and Kalen, so you're operating in this space primarily in the city. What have been the response? Has there been interest coming from, say, taxi drivers and other tow people?
Yes. So and this is why we want people to know, the masses to know, is that we're not trying to keep this monopolize this product.
You're not trying to build up a firewall against all of this and be exclusive.
We want to offer this option because it's beyond us just making a profit. Profit will come along the way, but the primary goal is to extend this eco-sustainable, renewable energy, low maintenance, energy independent product across the board. Say, for example, we're not just only Tuk Tuk and bus. We have many other products. We have solar golf carts. We can replace a lot of these fuel golf carts that are operating in hotels, resorts, islands, heavy duty machinery.
You could cover the news with one of these.
Yeah.
and we a vehicle.
So, and we also have another product that we're planning to bring in, which is not only, we have AC solar vehicles that we plan to introduce. So if you're not a fan of the open air concept, or you want feel a little bit more secure in an enclosed vehicle, we have those options. So this is why we want people to know that we need to step out of that mindset that we have to rely on fuel product to get the scene to operate day-to-day operations. For us, if you look at it in the next 6, 7, 8 months, a lot of tour operators will not be able to function because of the cost of fuel. We can keep our prices stable and still provide the same services because of this method that we have and this foresight that we have to push for energy independence. And if you don't believe me, you can ask ChatGPT. There is absolutely no solar and EV powered vehicle in the Caribbean or in Central America.
Really?
None. So only countries, Belize is the first.
Belize is the leader.
Is the leader, and
where is it popular?
It is popular in Germany, in European countries, South Korea, Japan, China, and there's 1 and 2 in the United States, but those are the boats. They're still not transportation vehicles on the road.
Right.
But when it comes to day-to-day transportation, India, China, and in Germany, and I believe Singapore.
And the impact of this conflict in Iran and the price and the energy volatility and the whole disruption in the global oil supply, you have many countries that are reconfiguring their entire energy, and in fact there is a concern that if the conflict, this is a concern by oil producing countries, that if we do not fix the situation in the Strait of Hormuz, we can create a situation where the rest of the world simply says we are off of that fossil fuel addiction. We are going to go green and forget about this. So it's one thing to not have a vision when things go right, because it's easy to become complacent and comfortable with status quo. You cannot defend not going back to the drawing board in the middle of a crisis, and we're in the middle of a crisis.
We are.
And so I'm glad that you reached out. I'm glad that you are before the problem.
Yes, we are the solution right now.
And so what happens now? Are you available to have conversations with maybe tour operators, tour guides?
Yes, and that is where we want to create a forum, or we already have the business registered.
All right.
Right? I have an entire proposal presentation, prices, duty, price with duty, everything is pretty about.
What do you think of my suggestion that the government should, two things. One, should not buy another fossil fuel based vehicle for the government fleet.
Yes.
And two, that it should immediately reduce the duty on electric vehicles.
Yes. I want them to know that going through our alternative route can save the government extremely in a large amount on fossil fuel. And not only that, it will still be able to conduct a day-to-day operations. Our vehicles also come with GPS tracking system. It has a speed limit capacity. So we can not only changing the mode of transportation, we are also mitigating the potential accidents, the overuse and abuse of fuel usage, and also we are innovators. We're gonna be the trendsetters. The ultimate goal, the most before we close up, is that my goal is to build an assembly hub, not just import these products whole. We want to create employment for our locals to push electrical and mechanical engineering. So we will have an assembly hub. That is my goal, to build these vehicles from Belize and export to the rest of the Central America and Caribbean and any other country that's willing to purchase from us. It sounds ambitious, but I know that I have the team, I have the resources in terms of the company that it will help to facilitate, to set up this assembly hub in Belize. Right?
It's a lot. Let me ask this. Are you not fearful of saying all these things because we live in a place where, they said the big gobble up the small, right?
Yeah.
And you are putting out the ideas, and maybe people act like they're not noticing you, but they're noticing you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, that's where we need to go. And then they ignore you, pretend like you're
and
not.
then somebody come and do the same thing.
And somebody just come and do it. That is connected,
yes.
that is.
I get that all the time, and information is and everybody's not me. The same way I come up, and there's always room for growth and innovation, and so for me, it's not for self, gratification. It's for sharing information as well. And if we hoard things that can benefit and propel and push the country forward, then I am not doing my civic duty.
Oh my goodness. Okay, well.
So competition is great. There will always be competition. I will never, as a business person, you always have to go in with the expectation that the person right next to you might do the exact same thing.
I applaud you. I'm not that generous, that's for sure.
I know,
I would feel my civic duty. Absolutely, I would, because yes, I think that you are onto something amazing. You're onto something great. I'm very just stunned by the well thought out ideas, and I'm here thinking, wouldn't it be a cool thing if we could make this stuff here? And I'm like, you're already there. Like
I actually have a whole curriculum to teach students on how from the foundation up to the actual practical theory and the practical.
How can somebody listening and watching, how can they find out more? How can they link you?
Yes, so they could email us at
tuktukbelize@gmail.com, or they could reach out directly to our number, WhatsApp, at 608-7174.
Yes.
And when I get my personal tour, like
we would. Anytime.
Anytime when you're ready.
When I'm ready, I get my tour.
Yes.
Get my little tour, feel how it feels. Can I get a drive?
Yeah.
Feel if it.
Yes, you could drive the bus. You could drive the tricycle. I mean, it's
to get a feel of it.
Get a feel of it. It's very friendly. And most, to add to it, you don't even need a special charging system. You plug that right into your household.
Right now, do you need a driver's license though?
Just a regular driver's license.
It's automatic. All the vehicles are automatic.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And so there is going to come a time in the very near future where you will be able to go to a lot and see and look for something that works for you.
Yeah, and I know that our time will come, and you know, maybe it might not be locally, but we are getting out there. We do got international, you know, people that are interested in it. But I'm trying to nationalize this thing, you know, and you know, many people were advising me like, why don't I take this idea to other Caribbean country that will probably be more profitable and, you know, embrace. But for me, you know, Belize is my home,
right,
and I want to give our country and the system a fair chance to, you know, capitalize on this. And I'm an ambassador for my country, so you know, it's okay if it takes the next 5 to 10 years for my vision to see by many or the masses. That's fine.
Let me take this call. Krem, good morning, WB.
Vernon.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a guest?
I have a guest. Guest been with me. I have 2 guests. I am surrounded by beautiful women, but they don't not take me lightly. They're not powerhouse. Then they head of you, and then they head of me, bro. Then they head of the whole country, because then they promote vehicles that are both electric and solar powered. And they are trying to advocate. The reason why they're on the show is that they need the municipal governments as well as central government to embrace and to make it easier for this to become a more popular medium for personal transportation as well as public transportation. So I have with me Kalen, Middleton. I have with me Tanisha, Vernon. They are presently, they have the Tuk Tuk Belize stores, and I did mention to them that I had a caller this morning that they drive one 8-cylinder vehicle, but we can't get on one and then Tuk Tuk. First of all, it's too big for the Tuk Tuk, but the next thing is that he said he need power. Anything else you need for hear from me?
But Amos, you know, I wanted to have a beach body, but I didn't realize I was becoming a whale. I still have a beach body, but that's why I can't fit in the Tuk Tuk, because now I'm a whale. But Amos, I'll tell you something, that the girls are there now.
I don't call nobody girls, man. No, make we go there. These are powerful women, my brother. We are not
I want to make a comment.
Okay.
To the ladies,
yes.
You know, that it is true that we have electric this, we have electric that. The only thing I have a problem with is a guy on an electric bicycle fly past me yesterday in Belmont. He works for the Atlantic Bank. He had a uniform, everything, and he had no helmet next to the police training school, training academy. Now, if I had done that, this way had done that, I may get arrested. I don't understand why when you have an electric bicycle, we could move as fast as a motorcycle or a car, maybe not 80 miles an hour. But you
to 45 miles per hour, the most I've seen.
Most of them, yeah.
But you're supposed to wear a helmet for a regular bicycle. So, yeah, so I think you should have a helmet if you ride on bike. If you ride electric.
You should have a helmet for everything. But listen, I do agree with Mose that we should be thinking future. For example,
no, you agree with Mose Target, Tanisha, the CEO, the founder, and the owner. They're doing it, brother. They're even before Iran and Israel and they start to bomb one another. Like them, don't know this will happen. So then they head out of the game. But you're the problem. You're what we need you to do with your big mouth. So they need the other municipalities, the towns. We need them mayors for make it in a way that these vehicles can be registered legally and be operated legally. That they, if it needs that the legislation or whatever the ordinances, whatever they have to make the accommodation so that these vehicles can be used whether in Orange Walk, Corozal Town, in Dangriga, in San Ignacio. Plus, that's what they are advocating for. They need our leaders to embrace moving away from the fossil fuel addiction. Me and you know that one take one lot, but when we get a big mouth like you to start do it, it can't help.
Well, Mose, listen to me. I will tell you why I think there is an opposition to it. I think there is an opposition to it because of the size. It's kind of small. I think if we would get a regular size electric vehicle, I don't see how they could have an opposition to it. Because sometimes when I get on the road and I see the little thing fly past me, I'm like, what the hell?
Do me a favor. Go on Google traffic jam in one of those Asian countries like Bangladesh or Vietnam. Motorcycles, these small vehicles, like you have the like the cart with the umbrella at the back. Like we got one US 8-cylinder double cab SUV fantasy, man. We money not there.
Yeah,
We give up all our foreign exchange. We give up and we wrote no bill for it. We wrote no bill for it.
Yeah.
We wrote no bill for it. Your 8-cylinder use the whole lane.
It's all people I mean,
But to add to your caller, Tuk Tuk is just one product, the tricycles. We have other different type of vehicles that we will like to bring and introduce. So yes, that is just one product that you see, but that also comes with a speed cap. That vehicle cannot go more than 30 miles per hour. It has 3 different speed levels. So we cannot overtake anybody on the much less a vehicle on the highway. So the safety measures of it, it's way more in terms of to speed control than what is operating out there right now. If you look at the amount of motorcycle accidents, it's because these motorcycle speed is almost to the level of a vehicle, so they're forcing themselves to think that they can bypass or cut across these bigger or larger vehicles.
All manners of craziness.
Right. So it comes back to where there is the idea we have to change our mindset and our outlook on to what innovation look like. If we want to say we want to be, we're a developing country and we want to look progressive and we want to be leaders and we're pushing sustainable energy and we're pushing renewable energy, we have to not only speak it but model it. And so for us, we feel that this is a great opportunity to not just speak on these topics but actually practice and mobilize the product. It's very quiet. There's no air pollution. There's no smoke. There's a whole lot of
no grease,
just very minimal maintenance of make sure your battery poles are
they just not have the big enough model yet for you.
Yes, to attract.
But they're going to work on it for you.
Eventually, yes. We will. I mean,
yes, Kalimor.
Yes. Let me just finish with this. Ladies, you guys should know the word trend. Trend. You are trendsetters. You see, when your vehicle came into the country, it was a joke. But eventually, when enough people start seeing and do the math, you know what I said? If I buy a vehicle, if I go to quote and buy a little $12,000 car with a fly pump, I could buy one sale. You see, we think we're rich.
Yeah.
We think we're rich. And we're not really rich. Why would they do it? Try to keep up with the Jones. So you guys are going to change it. Do you remember when motorcycles came in and everybody like, me not ride that?
Yeah.
I saw a lady do a wheelie the other day right at the farm. I said, oh my God. No, I didn't just witness this.
Kalimor.
And it's going to change.
Yes, it takes time. Yes.
But you can't force it.
Exactly. But we can educate.
When you guys won't even be remembered, they didn't want to know the ladies from the top who were the trendsetters. They want to forget Bodo. Bravo, the big guys were bringing in and be the guys that were the heroes. They didn't want to remember, but trust me, people are going to move to what you're saying. You know why? If you look in the Hispanic community right now, they have the 3-wheel bike.
Yes.
And their wife and their pictures in there. People laugh after them.
Yes.
But if you go see where they live, so their house bigger than them people living in them plywood thing, they laugh after them.
Yeah.
You understand me? Because they don't keep up with the Jones. I want to ride the bicycle, the husband is in shape, the kind of ride the wife with the 4 people there. We take it as a joke, but they're really laughing at us.
All right, my brother.
It will come, and with time, if you keep on it, it will happen. It will happen. It's going to happen. Just take your time. It's
Yes.
going to happen. And I'll complain about the thing today. I'll tomorrow.
All right, sir. WB. Tanisha, Kalen. Before you go, I have to go. My break is due, but let's just on this final note. Just so you have moved from enterprise to enterprise.
Yeah.
You're obviously in the minority.
Yes.
A young black woman, Belizean, who is thinking as an entrepreneur, thinking as a developer, and not necessarily being stereotype. Okay, I'm looking for a job.
Yeah.
That means a lot to you as well.
Yes. And I really just want to.
Let me get the call because I can't ignore the call. It will cost me out. Krem, good morning. Yes.
I just called you because you got my text back. I want a woman and the ladies.
What's
I'm big up the entrepreneurs, I mean.
Thank you.
With a plan, with a fit. And I think that they're supposed to get 110 support because they have this thing cassette down, they have this thing, they have the whole information for this thing, they have this thing planned out. And this is what we're going to talk about the other day most. People, woman, actually a woman here, they're a woman here support, so the government supports to do that. They need the support there with the idea, with the change that we're bringing in the country, especially in a position of what we did. You understand? When it comes to fuel. But then the woman has still planned out, man. The man that woman got to think plan out, they need to come up to the table, to the government, and make them sit down, and make the thing fill out for everybody across the board. Alright? You dig me?
Yes, man.
Alright.
Respect.
Tanisha, make up yourself.
Thank you.
But I know I'm going to stand. Your brain's always the work. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
I want to look up to you because I need to do to say come with this. I want to play my role. My role is to get the message out.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right.
Expect a call from Big City, right?
All right.
And must I quickly add, just in a nutshell, the company vision is just to reimagine, and we started out reimagining what tourism in Belize City will look like, and now we're here reimagining what transportation in the entire country could look like. And I think we're doing a pretty good job
there.
so
And you know,
far.
Mose, it's so funny because when I start researching on this about 5 to 6 years ago, and I've been communicating, our product is directly from the manufacturer, not a third party. So we have direct contact. Let you answer your call.
Krem, good morning, WB.
Yeah, morning.
Morning.
This is the talk show.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
another
sir.
voice.
Yeah. Raka.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, I just want at the call for big up Tanisha.
Thank you.
And the beautiful daughter next to your boy.
Who that the go on there?
Yes,
Yeah.
Proud daddy.
Yeah.
man, I'm proud of the baby boy.
All right.
Yeah, she's been pioneer behind getting the company, and
Respect.
Yes, my brother.
thank you.
There we go.
Yeah, so it's so funny, Moses, that when we say women, we're not only just behind the desk. Kalen and I both drive these vehicles. We troubleshoot. We learn. We know how to do the basic repair and maintenance of it ourselves as well. We do the logistics. We're basically everything. We make sure that we know every single part of the company. We know the tour. We do our own retraining with our guides. We don't care if you have 25 years in the industry. we retrain you. We have standards and principles that we set for our for our company. And so Kalen is the one, she makes sure and maintain the reputation that we have right now. And, you know, managing a team that is older than both of us in age and in experience, you know, it comes with a lot of responsibility because we're still young, you know, and to have someone our age to say, oh, this is our boss, you know, I'm glad that my team respect us and trust our vision and, you know, doesn't look at us as, oh, we're young women and feel like they don't have to, you know, carry the standards that we set for them. So, you know, it's just to show that overall that we are here to create employment and to inspire young men and women to know that, you know, if a door closes for you, if a path doesn't look possible, there are other ways, there are resources. Information is so free out there, even more accessible than it was 10, 15 years ago. You know, and for me, there are financial institutions that help to support. I must big up DFC because without them and their renewable energy loan that they have, we would not be here today. I don't come from generational wealth, you know that. You know, we come from hardworking. My dad is an entrepreneur most of his life as well. My granddad before that was an entrepreneur, so I know I inherit that in my DNA, but still it didn't come from a mountain of wealth. So I feel that it's important for us, me and Kalen, to be that representation of women or persons that come from grassroots and in community, you know, could rise and do something and be innovative and get support, because I won't say it's all negative. You know, my family support however we can, friends and family, even by sharing a flyer, you're supporting us. So I want to say thanks to DFC for seeing our vision and believing and trusting that, you know, we have a product that can transform the entire transportation industry.
Tanisha, very inspiring. Thank you very much for joining, Kalen. Congrats, and thank you for joining as well. Continue build success on top of success. It's a beautiful story. Rise.
Yes, thanks for having me, you know.
All right, we're going to take a break and come back. This is Tuk Tuk Belize Morning Vibes.
All right.